He'd be in the ground before the devil knew he was dead. I'm telling you. You lost the plot completely, you pillock. Did not know what the living shit to do. They're just taking pity on us at this point. Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Golden Sky. I'm Tom. Today, Liverpool have once again, this is not deja vu, it has in fact happened again. We have lost 2-0 to PSG. For the second year in a row, we have lost at home to PSG in the second leg of the Champions League without scoring a goal. And we are out of all competitions this season except the remaining 6 games of the Premier League, of course. If we could be eliminated from that, I'm sure we would have found a way to have been eliminated. But that said, I'm not even mad. I honestly had no expectations. I can't be mad today. I'm going to break the fourth wall. I passed my exam today, folks. I've got 3 left in my whole life. So I can't moan. And I'm not going to moan all that much, but maybe I will a little bit, because these are the lads who played in the game. But I'm not going to moan at them all that much. But I am going to moan when we do the Muckery Index to start off today's video, unsullied by sponsorship since its founding. Okay? And today was one of the most egregious Muckery days we've ever had since it's come into fruition. Now, since the Muckery Index has been born, again, I will always say this, born from the fans of the Golden Sky, one particular fan you know who you are if you're watching, you were the creator of the Muckery Index. Suggestions always welcome, guys. This today was one of the worst days in a very long time. The Muckery against Liverpool Football Club, because how in God's green earth is that not a penalty once the referee, by the way, who comes out with spiky hair looking like something the perfect 14-year-old or 6-year-old. When you were 6, you wanted that haircut, just a spike in the middle. You wanted it, okay? And he had it today. Never seen him before in my life. This NPC just knocks on, refereeing, gives the penalty. I'm thinking, buzzing. Penalty given. You see the replay that Pacho comes over, just absolutely wellies Allister, takes him out. And then Clattenburg, he's finished at Gladiators, his shift for the night. He's stopped doing whatever the bloody hell he does on there. And he's come on the little Amazon Prime microphone and he's gone, right, that in his Geordie accent, which I'm not going to do, that's a penalty. This is basically what he said. Don't worry, Liverpool fans. You can see where he's clearly smashed Allister's leg off. Allister's leg has flown right into the River Mersey. It's going to be a penalty, okay? But then, to everybody's surprise, referee starts doing TV, runs over to the monitor. You know what that means at that point. You might as well just not bother with the rest of it. But once he got to the monitor, he put it on the screen, and it was fucking empty. He was looking at an empty goal. There was nothing happening. And yet he still ruled it off. Now, listen, I'm not totally delusional. I'm sure that what he was seeing was not what we were getting shown on the TV, but I'm choosing to live in that world of delusion because it's funnier. That is a ridiculous decision, though. Even if he gets shown the actual tackle, why is it ruled off? Why? It is never one to rule off that. Even Clattenburg, whose literal job is to say, I agree with whatever the ref says. That's what always happens on these. Even he said, I can't believe they've overruled it. That is a clear penalty. Now, if we just scored that, it's 2-1 on aggregate. We're flying. The crowd would have been going. We had 25 minutes. We were playing really well. Not really well. We were playing pretty well. And we could have made something of it. We didn't. That's Muckery. That is prime Muckery. Oh, comes the ref. No pen. Well, how about I hate you? How about that, mate? You can fuck off. I'm sorry. I was fuming at him. That's never one to rule out. So the only explanation there for this, and that's why tonight's Muckery Index is going to be the ref loves guzzling oil. And that can be the only explanation. PSG there, they've paid him right off. I seen Marquinhos, who by the way was doing my pissing head in all night. By the way. Starts asking for a yellow card for Maka. Give him a break, the poor lad. He can barely move out there. He's like a fucking corpse in the middle. I said I'm not going to get mad. I've got mad straight away. But I promise I'm not going to get that mad at these players. So don't expect ranty, raving ratings tonight. We're going to try and fly through again because I'm at my wit's end, guys. I really am at my wit's end with this team, this season. Just end it all. Just put me out my misery. Tonight got a bit delirious. I'm sure we'll get into that as we go. But I can't be mad. I passed my exam today, so we're happy tonight. Overall, Marmalade Village in the goal. He can do nothing about either goal. It was the first shot of the second half, and that, ladies and gents, is the difference. They take their chances. Very few chances that they had in the game. Dembele, clinical. My brother was there slagging him off all night. So if you want someone to blame my brother. He's the one who's caused all of this. Dembele's now scored 3 goals at Anfield in 2 years without reply. So that's good, isn't it? And Marmalade Village can do nothing about them. What Marmalade Village can do, though, is every single time he gets the ball, he sends that thing right up to Saturn and back. Wherever it's going on the pitch, it goes vertically up in the air and then predator missiles down on wherever who he was intending to pass it to. He does it every kick. He can kick the ball further than most people can shoot it out of a cannon. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. And also tonight, he unleashed the Grobbelaar throw, just absolutely launching the thing. Like the bolo punch in boxing, he was winding it up, and then he just bolo punches it to the halfway line. That was weird. That's because we can't play out. I've said that all season. We've now got Marmalade Village doing bolo punch throws. It's not his fault tonight at all. He did a weird, like, punchy save. At one point, he was running backwards and punch saved it. That was fun, I guess. For me, it's just a 6. Can't blame him. Frimpong, he played one half of football. He might be injured, don't know. We'll talk more about injuries later, I'm sure. Bad night for injuries overall. If Frimpong got injured, even worse. He spent more time in the first half messing around with his headband than he did anything else. Headband watch was pinging off the radar tonight. It was off the scale. It pinged off his head when he's trying to chase Kvaratskhelia. And PSG is so much better than us. Kvaratskhelia actually just picked up Frimpong's headband and gave it back to him. Like, they're just taking pity on us at this point. If it was one of PSG's players and their headband fell off, I'd want one of our lads to go and, like, throttle him with it or put it over his eyes like a blindfold, something like that. We can't... The PSG are trying to help us, honestly. But he puts it on, and then for, like, 10 minutes, he's playing with it around his neck. Well, that's not how you wear it, is it, lad? What's the flipping point? So headband watch was going crazy, but football watch was not. I mean, he was absolutely awful when he had the ball. Every single time he passed it straight to them, he looked like he could barely move out there tonight. He was not going... Like, we kept passing the ball. He was like he was in slow motion or something. He just wasn't, like, alert to the situation or so. I don't really know. To be honest, guys. Honestly, the lifts weren't working in the building I had to go in today to do my exam. I had to climb 6 flights of stairs. I could have moved faster up the wing after doing them and back. Then Frimpong tonight, for me, he was really, really poor. And he gets a 4. Rhyming accidentally. Shout out to Chris Smooth. Okay. Konate, I thought he played well tonight. No joke, no sarcasm. I thought he was pretty good. It says something to me when he's genuinely our best passer of the football there on that pitch tonight. And I'm not kidding either. Making positive forward passes, clipping balls in behind. I thought he did all right. I thought, especially second half when we were really pushing, they would try and clear the ball. And he was there every time, like the Great Wall of China. Except it's not the Great Wall of China. It's the Great Wall of Ibu, just covering half of Anfield on his own. He did a good job. I thought he did his job well. Again, not his fault for either of the goals. The only person to blame is someone for the first one, maybe. Let's talk about that when we get to him. Konate does his job for me there. Still not signed the contract, by the way. So is he going to be here next season? Who knows? Am I going to be here? Are we going to have made it? Is Arne Slot going to have made it? We can talk about that maybe in a second. Let's give Konate... I thought he played all right, so I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he was okay. Let's go to Van Dijk. And I don't have much to say about Van Dijk, so let's talk about Arne Slot. Let's use this opportunity to talk about Arne Slot, because that Champions League was the only thing that people said maybe could have saved him, I think, at this point. I think we all agreed if he somehow won the Champions League, we'd have all been like, okay, fair enough, maybe he can stay for another, and at least the start of another season and see how it goes. But he hasn't won the Champions League. We've gone out 4-0 on aggregate in the end. We've played PSG for 180 minutes, plus we haven't come close to scoring a goal, really, have we? Not really. In the first half, we had the little chance that Van Dijk actually had, and Marquinhos makes the amazing block, and then he had a seizure once he blocked it. But you know, it was worth it. You know, he deserved to do that. So Arne Slot for me, and for pretty much everyone else in the whole world, has to go. Now he's not going to go. He's not going to go tonight. He's not going to go tomorrow, and he's not going to go, in my opinion, until the end of the season. That has not changed for me the whole season long. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go in summer. Like, that's how bad I feel about this. I have a really bad feeling. I hope I'm wrong that we end up the first game of next season and Arne Slot still in charge, especially if we get Champions League in the Premier League. If we do, I can see FSG saying, well, we got Champions League. It was a tough season, tough circumstances, blah, blah, blah. He won the league in his first year. Let's see how he goes in his final year of his contract. I could be wrong. It's a scary thought. It really is. Our football is diabolical. It's turgid watch. In the words of Bo Burnham, though, I can't get mad. Apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. I'm apathetic towards Liverpool and I'm bored shitless watching them. I really am bored. Let's talk about something else that we talked about in a second now. I'll just give Van Dijk, he was fine, but not anything amazing. I'm just going to give him a 5. I don't think he was great tonight. Let's go to Kerkez. Kerkez comes out with a headband as well, like a thin version. Not much headband watch. I can't do double headband watch. My God, I'd be working overtime at that point, wouldn't I? I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid anything for headband watch. Let me make that clear. So double shifts, not on. I'm not having it. Well, Kerkez set the tone. He's making tackles as always. Puts everything into everything. I loved it at 0-0. They have like an attack and it's offside, and Kerkez full sprints to get the ball. That was ace. Love to see the effort. He understands the assignment. Like, he's the one who knows what this is all about, or the urgency that they need to play with. He's stuck in the long ball, pump the ball forward at all costs level football that we now resort to playing because our midfielders are just non-existent and our defence doesn't know what to do, and neither does our manager. So it's tricky. It is tricky to rate Kerkez there because he makes a lot of tackles. He did a good job on Douay. He put him in the stands a couple of times. He was doing my freaking head in, by the way. We'll talk about Douay more when we get to Szoboszlai. He was driving me up the wall, round the bend, wherever else you can be driven, off a cliff. That's what Douay was doing to me. My God. But Kerkez, like, he does fine. He does fine, but his delivery's not very good. A couple of times he had chances to cross it and his delivery's crap. Lack of quality in the final third and a lack of, like, anything. I'm giving him a 6. I just think it was fine. I don't think we were disastrous tonight and we lose the game 2-0. Gravenberch is a similar one. I thought second half he was pretty decent. First off, he was awful. As in, like, every single time the ball would go near him, he was just kicking it straight back to PSG. Like, immediately. It happened straight away. Vitinha, who is genuinely the most impossible midfielder to get the ball off I've ever seen in my life. And João Neves isn't far behind him, by the way. But Vitinha, you cannot get the ball off him. He's ridiculous. And at one point tonight, a miracle happened. Bigger miracle than any of the ones Jesus or anybody else has ever done. Forget the 5,000, forget walking on water. Vitinha gave the pissing ball away, right? My head nearly fell off and went down my street into the canal, floated along all the way to Anfield, where it had appeared in the rain. They'd have carried it into the... It had been sucked up by the clouds, evaporation, rained into the stadium. Instead of the ball, they'd just played the second half with my head that had fallen off when Vitinha gave the ball away. But instead, Gravenberch just kicked it straight back to him, so that's not great. But second half, he was much better, driving forward. The one thing he does have a problem with, though, is once he drove forward, he just kept lashing the ball straight into the cop. You're not trying to score in there, mate, are you? You see the big white thing? Put the ball in there, or at least get it near there. Let Safanov, whoever the pissing hell this fella is, who is this guy? He just appeared out of nowhere, Safanov, right? Safa, nobody's ever heard of you. That's what I think. He's ace. Who is he? Gravenberch doesn't even test him. But he does all right, Gravenberch, so I'm not going to get on his back too much. He made some tackles. He was trying to drive forward. I can appreciate that. For me, it's like just a 6. I don't think it was amazing. First half was really bad. Second half was okay. So for me, it evens out at a 6, I think. Szoboszlai, and this was the first of a few weird decisions from Arne Slot tonight. Now, I don't think this is a bad decision. Maybe it is. I don't know. And what I mean is, Szoboszlai tonight played number 8. I've been saying all season, Szoboszlai needs to play number 8. That's his best position. Tonight, he wasn't great in there, okay? He wasn't great. He wasn't that noticeable. I think he was a little bit quiet. Didn't impact the game off the ball enough. Didn't have chances to shoot. Didn't take many good set pieces if he had the opportunities. I can't really remember. Not his most influential game, right? That aside, good to play him number 8. What is weird, though, is playing him number 8 when you don't play Wirtz number 10. and you play Maka 10 instead. Maybe this is one we should talk about more with McAllister, but we've got plenty to talk about with McAllister, let me tell you that much. Szoboszlai, it was weird because he should be the one leading the press. PSG is so good on the ball, especially first half. We couldn't get it off them. You're not going to get anywhere near them if your player leading the press can't run. Szoboszlai can run. He should be the one doing it. It doesn't make sense to me, and it was a weird decision from Slot to suddenly, when you've played McAllister and Szoboszlai all season, McAllister was an 8, Szoboszlai is a 10, when you played them two together, to flip it around in this game, it's just weird. And when he does stuff like that, it just makes me think, like, what's going on in your mind, lad? Like, have you lost the plot completely, you pillock? Like, I don't know. Szoboszlai left Doué on his arse. I mean, he dared to touch him. Doué knee slid into the ball boy and then had a cry for half an hour and got subbed off. That was the only good thing, really, of tonight's game. In the end, I'm going to give Szoboszlai a 5. I don't think he was great tonight, really. McAllister, though, he's cooked. I hate to say it, guys. He's cooked. He's deep fat fried. He's been left in the fryer. He's shriveled up. He's become a little dreg at the end of a. When you drain the fryer at night, you finish your shift, you drain the fryer, and all the little dregs of like crumbs and onion rings and whatnot are all at the bottom. That's McAllister. He's finished. Honestly, I can't believe it. What is he, like 27 or 28? He's complete. His legs have completely gone. He's a passenger in games. He does nothing good. He got a yellow card because he made a tackle that was honestly so late. It was not even in the same game. He tackled it against Everton on the weekend. That's when he hit João Neves. It was so late. It was unbelievable. He's just nowhere near the standard at the minute. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just generally him now going forward, or whether he's just in a bad run of form, or he's not fit, or maybe he's been overplayed. But he literally can't move. It's like a pension. It's like we've got Susan Boyle knocking around out there. We're not going anywhere fast. I'm telling you. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why he's leading the press. And the first goal, he's the one who closes Dembele down. To be fair to him, he's tracked back. Okay, give him some credit. But his effort, once Dembele squares him up, he's pathetic. Dembele does one chop, and McAllister he's sold so far. He's gone to the Asda and he's bought him a baguette and whatnot. Other French condiments are available. Other French foods are available. I mean, he's gone all the way to Paris. He's had a photo outside the Eiffel Tower. He's come back, and Dembele's knocked it in the net, and it's 1-0. It's poor. It's really, really poor. His haircut hasn't helped him. I thought maybe that might make him a little bit quicker. Aerodynamics and all that. He's not got it flapping in the wind, wispy hair flapping in the wind, slowing him down. No. He's still slow as a slug. He's like a slug with PVA glue stuck to its surface. He's not going anywhere. He's God. If you put him on a roller coaster, he wouldn't go fast. Honestly, he'd just be crawling along. I think it's like a 2. He was just so poor. Like, just nowhere near good enough, and it's a shame. Right. Ekitike, this is the saddest part of all of tonight. I think he's done his Achilles there, ladies and gents. I've not seen any news. I come straight upstairs to record these, so I don't look at anything. I think he's going to have ruptured his Achilles. I think that's going to be about 9 months out if he has ruptured his Achilles. That's usually around the timeline. It looked to me exactly like that type of injury. If any of you are familiar with the basketball world, Halliburton or Jason Tatum, their Achilles injuries, you're standing still, you try and accelerate off a standing still motion, you're not got going yet, you try and accelerate quickly, you push off, and your back leg, your Achilles just pops. And that was exactly what he looked to be holding. He looked in a lot of pain, obviously stretched it off, and that's an absolute heartbreaking shame. It really is, because we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him a lot. We just can't get him and Isak fit together, which is such a shame. But I'm not going to let that make me ignore the fact that Arne Slot puts him on the right wing tonight. Is he having a laugh, this fella? Honestly, is he messing around with me? I think he must be. He's lost the plot. Did he even have the plot to begin with? Or, like, where was it? Were the blueprints? What on earth is he putting Ekitike on the right wing for? You could see, at one point, Ekitike got the ball. He was in a bit of space on the right wing, and he did not know what the living shit to do. He didn't know what to do, because he's not a right winger, and he can't use his left foot. So he's out there like, well, I don't know what to do. It was just a bizarre decision, really bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. I don't know who sings that song, but there you go. Shame for him. I'm going to give him a 6 because it's not his fault. And we'll move on to Isak, who just doesn't ever touch the ball. I could just finish the rating there. He just never touches it. Honestly, it's insane. He just literally never touches the ball. We've paid 130 odd million pound for someone who never touches the ball. It's wild. You can say he doesn't get service, whatever. He doesn't. But he never touches it. I laugh at Kerkez for Arsenal. Right? I laugh at him saying he's crap. He is actually crap, by the way, and he never touches the ball either. But our striker doesn't. He never touches it. Okay, sure, maybe he's not match sharp. Maybe he's not fit. Maybe he's not getting service. But he honestly isn't. He couldn't be less involved in games. And at Newcastle, he's the focal main man all the time. Everything was always through him. You noticed him on the pitch. He doesn't touch it. With us, I'm as influential on the game, and I'm sat at home watching it. Like, do you get my point? I'm watching like Calvert-Lewin for Leeds last night. He's everywhere. It's Calvert-Lewin. He's everywhere, all over the pitch, making a right nuisance of himself. And I'm not getting on to Isak here, by the way. Please don't think that. But I'm just saying it like it is. He just never is involved in the game whatsoever. It doesn't make sense. Like, even Gakpo comes on, who was absolutely terrible. We'll talk about him in a second. But he's affecting the game more. Like, he's involved more. So what is going on? I'm asking for a friend, honestly. Things got so delirious tonight there. Once PSG scored, it was like a sad 15 minutes. I'll break the fourth wall. We started having a conversation about which body part would you eat first if you climbed the mountain with your mate and you got stuck. Like, where would you start eating? Initially, I was thinking thigh would be good, but a good point was made that would make it hard to walk down the mountain. You know, if you got lost and you just need a bit of fuel to like keep yourself going, you can't eat someone's thigh because then they won't be able to walk. Then they're ghost. You have to start with an arm. You have to start off a body. My dad said kidney. That's an insane answer, isn't it? Like, how do you get to a kidney? Just guess in someone's back where it is and cut it out. His argument was you only need one. And whilst I can agree with that, like, how the hell are you extracting a kidney from your mate's back? Honestly, he's lost his head, and Isak's lost his. Maybe Isak's got one kidney. I don't know. You wouldn't know because you never see him. I'm giving him. I can only give him like a 5. Because he doesn't do anything. And Wirtz is out there. He's trying. Second half, he was much better. But again, this is another baffling decision by Arsenal. Like, he's got Wirtz on the left wing. Again, I was hearing all this in the build up to the game. Pundits saying, "Oh, if Liverpool get they get Isak up front, maybe they go Salah on the right or Ekitike up front, whatever." You get Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister in the middle, and then you get Wirtz on the left. Jamie Redknapp said it. I think McManaman said it. No, guys, no. This is not a good idea. It's not worked all season long, Wirtz on the left. And you know why it doesn't work? Because he's not a left winger. He's not good at left wing. He's not got any pace to play left wing. He can't beat a man down the line. And he's not particularly good at, like, driving inside and, like, quickly having a shot. That's not his game. You saw him in the second half when he's moved inside. He's miles better linking up with Salah. How good were them two at linking up in the second half? Putting balls through to Curtis Jones for him to just nicely, swiftly fuck up. I mean, playing him left wing just sabotages him. And he wasn't great, first off. And he's got to do more. I've been saying this recent weeks. Like, when you're looking at PSG's team and you're going, like, you're resigning yourself to the fact, they've got Kvaratskhelia, they've got Dembele, they've got Doué, they've got Barcola, they've got Vitinha, they've got João Neves, they've got Nuno Mendes, they've got Hakimi. I can name the whole team. You're saying, they've got all these amazing players. Zaire Emery, the rest of them, Fabio Mauriz is not fit. They've got all these great players. You're saying, well, that's, they've got a great team. We've got signed Wirtz to be, like, a player of that caliber, of that ilk. And he just doesn't, like, he does good things. He shows nice bits here and there, but he doesn't do enough for me in the game. He doesn't get hold of it at the minute for us. I need more. I need to see him, like, and you watch him and you're thinking, he's clearly the best player. Like, I'm looking at Shirky for City. Every week he's doing magic. Against Chelsea, fantastic. Like, and I'm looking at Wirtz and I'm thinking, I'm not here to say, like, oh, Shirky or Wirtz. I'm not here to do that. But I'm just saying I want more. I want more all the time from him. And I don't feel like we're getting it. I always feel like there's more, another level that he could go to that he hasn't done. For me, it's also a 5. I don't think he was great tonight, really. Let's move on. Let's do the subs. Salah was our best player by an absolute mile. He should have started the game, especially given the way that we lined up with a striker on the right wing and a number 10 on the left wing. And then a player who can't run leading the press at number 10. It all made no sense. And Salah should have started. You saw when he came on, he was by far our best player. It's such a shame. That's his last Champions League game ever for us. What a sad way to go out. He would have took the penalty, I'm sure of it. If we'd have got it, would he have scored? Who knows? But he'd have given it a good go. And he gave it a good go tonight, I tell you. He was linking up well, 1-2s. Unlucky with his touch a few times. Work rate was fantastic. I saw that. I really appreciated it. Good crosses into the box. There was one to Kerkez in particular. Great cross. He made a difference. The cross his first touch of the game, he gets the ball, he crosses it in. Konate misses the ball completely for a header, easy header. Kerkez comes flying in honestly, like some sort of fishing spear. Flew in like a harpoon. Throws himself at the ball. Safanov makes the world's best save ever by an NPC goalkeeper. And then Marquinhos blocks Van Dijk's shot. But it's all Salah making a difference. I thought he was really good tonight. I'm going to give him an 8. Gomez was also good for the 15 minutes he was on for. Had his best chance, I think, ever to score a goal for us tonight. Headed it nowhere near. It landed in the hill dicky. Honestly, it went nowhere near the goal. And then he got brought off. But Rio, is he injured? The paper mache man strikes again. I think he's injured. I thought he did pretty good, except from when he lined up a shot from 30 yards out. I could have killed him. Why he ever thinks that's a good idea, I have no idea. He'll never, ever, ever, ever score one of them. Every time he does that, a child dies. 7 for Gomez. I thought he was all right. Gakpo was typically shit. I mean, just awful. Honestly, he just got in the way. All game long, just got in the way. Knocking around. Even when they go out for the second half, he runs on the pitch. The fourth official has to say, no, Bellend, you have to come over here and wait till I tell you can go on. And he had to come over and stand there like a lemon. Honestly, Salah's putting balls into Rio and Gakpo's like, I've got it. Get out of the way. Honestly, he does nothing good. Every single time he gets the ball, he just kicks it straight into PSG. It drives me up the wall. He had a shot. Honestly, he had a shot today. Safanov, I said it when I was watching the game live. Safanov saved it. He could have been doing the sack race before he saved that goal. He could have sack raced it over to the ball and still saved it. That's how slow it went. It's awful. People might say he did all right because he did better. He got the ball and Isak didn't. But when he gets the ball, that's the problem. That's the main problem with Gakpo. He's the worst player ever. I actually... Listen. Oh, he drives me up the wall. Honestly, if I had my way with him, he'd be in the ground before the devil knew he was dead. I'm telling you. And 2. No, 3. It's a 3. He wasn't as bad as Maka. At least he headed it. He did a flick at one point. That was fun. Rio came on. It was a little bit too late for me. 5 minutes too late. He made a difference until they scored. Then it was over. But like the shot he did when he cut inside, and Safanov, how he gets so lucky with this one, I've no idea. He hits it, Rio. It wasn't quite in the corner enough. Safanov gets his hand to it, and then it bounces off the back of his other hand, like into his hand again, ricocheting back and forth, hits his chin, and then he caught it. I mean, are you having a laugh? Have a day off, mate. Seriously. That drove me mental. He did fine. He ran into Hakimi a few times. Hakimi's one of the best in the world. You won't get many tougher tests than that. He tried his best. At least he's positive. I'll give him a 6. And we'll do Jones, who just came on, faffed around, got the ball from Wirtz, did nothing. And my dad absolutely hates him. I mean, hates him to his core. I think it's a 5, isn't it? I think it's a 5. And that, ladies and gents, is the player ratings for today. Let's get them off the screen. I can't look at that any longer. That's the last Champions League ratings of the season, guys. Until next season, there will be no more Champions League ratings. There will be no more midweek ratings, I don't think, from this point. I don't think we're playing midweek for the rest of the season. That is it. What a ride it's been. And if you did enjoy today's video, please do leave a like on it. We're trying to get to 35 likes on every video. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're chasing 500 subscribers. If you are new and you did enjoy today, please do click subscribe. Podcast listeners, 5-star rating and reviews. You guys all know what to do. Thank you very much for listening. If you did so, let me know what part of your body you would eat of your friends if you got stuck on a mountain. Liverpool are out with Champions League to nobody's surprise. Arne Slot out, please. Gakpo out. Gak shit. Get rid of him. That's all I have to say tonight, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back later this week for more videos, of course. Speak to you all in the next one. Goodbye.